Rex, the king. You're 2 years old. In your second year, you discovered fire the hard way. Cake made that all better. Your second year was a big year. It was a fun year. Each day, you became a bit less of a baby and a bit more of a toddler. And as you discovered, being a toddler is hard work. You learned the word no and the corresponding head motion. Rex, this year was the only year in your entire life in which you will double your age in a single year. Your second year was a messy year, especially with food. But sometimes messes can be fun, or just part of learning. And learning is something we get to do every day of our lives. It's just that your particular portion of the learning curve happens to be a bit steeper right now. For a while, we had not 3, but 4 boys in the house. You had your first haircut. We drove to New Mexico for spring break. We saw snow. You expressed your opinions, sometimes rather strongly. You did boy stuff. It took a while, but you learned to walk, and it was immediately off to the races. Rex, your second year was filled with moments of joy, moments of wonder, moments of hilarity, moments of triumph. Things that seemed impossible became normal. And normal is really just an average of the things that we do day to day. And in your second year, as in the rest of your life, hopefully you began to learn what we do day to day is always changing.
Stop! He's not bad.
Because the one constant in life is change.
Throw it yourself.
In your second year, you learn to swim, or at least to float. We moved back into our house this year, back to our flat street. In your second year, you became at once more independent and more fun for your brothers to hang out with. You collected some boo-boos. The Schmids came to visit us. Your Oma and Opa moved to town this year. We visited Chicago and Indiana. The third boy of 3. You're always surrounded by friends that are family and family that are friends. Rex, in your second year, you were feisty. You were a lot of things in your second year as you discovered who you were. You were snuggly, curious, hands-on, in on the action. And maybe a bit less sleepy than in your first year. Most of the time.
2.
You often stole the show. And hammed it up for the camera. Rex, in your second year, life was less about observing your brothers or your parents, and more about doing stuff yourself. I don't know if it's being the third of 3 brothers, but in your second year, you just had to participate in everything going on around you. In your second year, we attended the Austin City Limits Music Festival. We went to the lake. Your vocabulary really started to flourish. You dressed up for Halloween. And dressed down for the front yard. Rex, you're the baby of the family, the smallest guy in the house. But your personality is anything but small. You went on your first camping trip and threw up, just like your brothers on their first camping trips.
I hear him, but I can't find him. It's like he's right behind me.
You insisted on bowling. We went on a Disney cruise. You left the country for the first time. Rex, your second year was quite a journey. Ready? We're all honored to be along for the ride with you. Happy birthday, man.